I'm Martha Neitz, a friend of Susanne Whited's, helping her with her exceptional exit plan by reading her journal. Friday, November 15th. We starve our big dog, Anakin. At least Anakin thinks so. He was a little overweight and still healthy according to our veterinarian at his last visit, so we've been feeding him a little less. Anakin has been a food hunter since he came into our home, and since he is a big dog, he's good at it. Food can never be left on the table or counter because Anakin will snatch it if you're not in the room. Trash must be behind closed doors and cleanups are required. One day earlier this year, I had a sealed jar of peanuts in a barricaded spot on my workstation table. I am beginning to think Anakin can smell through the sealed packages. I was at chemotherapy treatment and the rest of the family was at work or school. When I returned from chemotherapy, I was the last one home. I was told Anakin had managed to climb onto my workstation and set off my lifeline alert trying to get to the snack. Not once, but twice the fire department was dispatched to check on my safety because there was no answer when the call center responded to the activation of the help button. I no longer put snacks in that location. I did learn that the Life Alert company does its job, and when my fire department asked if they could keep extra funds that would have been refunded to taxpayers in my last election, I, of course, voted yes. I've been keeping my local fire department on their toes this past year. My fire department can have whatever they want. I had a bad cold for the past 2 weeks. I was doing a pretty good job of holding that cold at bay until I had my first new chemotherapy treatment last Friday. Saturday morning, that cold sunk into my chest. By Tuesday, I was coughing so much I couldn't even talk. I ordered some natural remedies I use for chest colds after clearing them with my doctor because I was almost out of stock. When I received the order, I checked the contents and left the package on my work table. Today, Anakin's hunting nature could have killed him. I came home from my chemotherapy and there was a ripped up box, a gnawed open plastic bottle, and not a single pill on the floor. Anakin ate a whole bottle of my herbs, 81,000 milligrams of fenugreek. Anakin looked okay. I called the vet's office. I was told to bring Anakin in to have vomiting induced, so I called my significant other, Donald, and told him he needed to come home from work to take Anakin to the veterinarian's office. Dogs are not allowed on buses in Colorado Springs unless they're service animal, which my poorly trained oaf is not. This story ends well, and I'm happy my chemotherapy treatments are much shorter, although much more frequent than in the past. The story could have had a tragic ending if the discovery was made 4 hours later, which would have been the case on my previous chemo treatments. The silver lining for Anakin was he got weighed today, and the veterinarian said he's lost enough weight that he can have occasional snacks again. My piece of advice to you is not to freak out when disaster strikes. I had other bottles of herbs in my hands when I had another bottle of herb in my hand when I called the veterinarian's office to give them the best available information. I was not upset and spoke matter-of-factly to both the veterinarian's office and Donald. Anakin had already eaten the pills, so I needed to stay calm in order to direct a solution. If it had been my 7-year-old Micah, instead of Anakin, I might not have been so calm. I would like to think that I would have been, but I really do like Micah a lot more than Anakin, most days.